Why is it necessary for an owner to put time and effort into deciding who manages their investment property?
Because it does matter. Getting it wrong does have consequences, and they can be significant. The difficulty for owners is they often don't realise what those are until it's too late.
Can you give some examples?
Sure. Well, there's the obvious things that most owners would be aware of, like non-collection of rent, being on top of it and before it gets out of control, and it mitigates any other problems like that usually follow slow payers, and that is that the property is not maintained as it should be, damage and issues when it comes time to actually move them on. And it's our job to be on top of that. But again, it's also for the owner, a risk for the owner placing a lot of trust in their property manager because they're not there and they're not privy to a lot of what happens. It's really important to be on top of these things. And even at times, particularly when it comes time to lease out the property. A vacant property, everybody knows, can be hundreds if not thousands of dollars for an owner. So it's being proactive and having a rigorous approach to get people in there as soon as possible. And it's not just a matter of getting anybody in there, it's about being able to select the right tenants. And 20 years of experience tells us that the best tenants don't have to pay an extra $20 a week for a property. Those that do are the ones that are desperate, and that's where problems can arise. For us, it's about doing it, all the little things over and over again with a proactive approach, good systems in place, and the experience to back it all up and make the right decision and give the best advice to our owners.
I guess there are a number of traps along the way then for the unwary property owner.
Absolutely, and that even goes as far as having an experienced team and that consistent approach to managing your property. We have senior property managers who will step in when your property manager's away or if they leave the company. We do hear horror stories of people that come to us with properties that have been basically unmanaged for weeks, even months, and the consequences and things can go wrong, can happen in a short time. So at Leah Jay, it starts from the top down with a principal who is a property manager and a team of senior property managers who are ready to step in when somebody takes leave. And we also have young property managers who are always being trained up and have that support and are often mentored by those with years of experience. It's these things that owners can't be expected to know or to see. Many owners have come to us with a property or problems that have arisen from a property that's been managed by someone who is untested or inexperienced, and we have a team of people who are able to provide this and that consistent care, which brings up another key factor, which is communication. Anybody who joins the company, whether it be as a property manager or in any role, understands that communicating with our owners promptly and frequently is fundamental and it's paramount. There's no excuses.
So I imagine property owners would be presented with many real estate agents wanting to manage their property. Why should they choose Leah Jay?
That's a good point. While we work in the same industry, the differences can be and usually are quite stark. For an owner, when it comes time to put their asset in the hands of somebody, and it's an asset worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in the hands of somebody they can trust, it should be about minimising the risk. That is making sure that they are receiving the maximum benefit, whatever that may be for them. For one, at Leah Jay, we don't sell property, and we never have over the 20 years. All we do is focus on people's investments, the property and their tenants. At Leah Jay, we see ourselves as working for the owner, helping them achieve their goals and what they want to get out of the property. Whether that's short-term peace of mind in looking after their home while they're working overseas for an extended period, or maximising return on investment and wealth creation in the long term. I guess the fact that we're the state's most awarded property managers, courtesy of the REI in New South Wales, reflects our commitment and our reputation. We really care about what we do. Across the board, we measure what we do and how well we do it comparatively. And at the same time, we're always striving to do it better. It's just been that way for 20 years now.